Welcome to JSPAC's e-seminar on improving STEM and non-traditional career advising in a busy environment. Giving advice about an individual's career path decision or education plan is a big responsibility. The last thing anyone wants to do is unintentionally limit students' options, especially when we are all working to create equity and access for all. The goal of this e-seminar is to provide you with information and tools so that you can be aware of internal barriers and mitigate the impact they create. This e-seminar will also help you provide students with the information they need to make an informed decision, and not one based on misdirected emotion or self-imposed limitations. Let's get started. First of all, let's define advisor or counselor as it pertains to this presentation. An advisor or counselor is any person who is working with people of any age as they explore and decide upon a career path and educational plan. It could be the classroom academic and CTE teachers, coaches, administrative staff, peers, and even members of their family and parent groups. No matter where they get their advice, however, it is imperative that they work with a career pathways advisor to develop an educational plan to meet their goals. This e-seminar is for all of us along the pipeline of career choice and preparation from pre-K through employment. We all know that it is important to recruit all students into STEM and non-traditional careers. However, for the sake of our economy, it is especially important to recruit underrepresented women and minorities. The Invest in Women, Invest in America report shows that women's power as an engine of economic growth extends beyond their role as consumers. Women have proven their potential as economic producers as well. There is a common attitude in American society that says that girls and women can't, and boys and men don't. For example, women can't do math, and men aren't nurturing. Another common belief is that every student has to go straight to a four-year college immediately after high school. There are many reasons to rethink these beliefs. Some students don't want to stay in a traditional school environment for another year, much less 4 more years. Some students must face the economic reality of having to work to support a family. Many students have a driving passion for a career that does not require a 4-year degree. Some students don't know what their life's work will be, and therefore want to get technical skills in high school or after, and work for a few years prior to attending a 2- or 4-year college. As many students as there are that many reasons for going straight to an apprenticeship, straight to a 2-year college, or straight to a 4-year college. The only thing we really know is that it's up to the students and their families. There is more than one way to succeed, and educational and employment success happens over a lifetime. Let's look at some facts about education and the workforce as a whole in California. Not including living expenses, the cost of tuition and books averages $14,750 at the University of California, $8,691 at California State Universities, and only $2,779 at the California Community Colleges. Only 2 out of 10 high school graduates will earn a 4-year degree within 6 years. The average 4-year graduate leaves school with $27,253 in student debt. 27% of people with less than an associate degree, including industry licenses and community college certificates, earn more than the average bachelor degree recipient. The skilled trades are the hardest jobs to fill in the United States. Of the 99 fastest-growing careers in California, 66 do not require a 4-year degree. Of those 66, 22 require an associate's degree or certificate and pay $30,000 or more annually. According to Wiser Women, 48% of all women earn less than $30,000 a year. Within Perkins legislation, which governs career technical education, there are 6 subgroups of students, referred to as students from special populations. For a deeper discussion on special populations, visit the JSPAC website and click on e-seminars. One of these subgroups, non-traditional, is defined as students who are preparing to enter into a career that employs less than 25% of their gender. If, however, a woman selects a non-traditional career, she can earn on average 20% to 30% more annually. Over a lifetime, That equates to earning 150% more. In addition to becoming more self-sufficient, a higher income during a woman's career ensures a more secure retirement. Therefore, as counselors, we need to keep in mind that our economy does better, families are more secure, and that both women and men are fully capable of learning the skills to perform well in any career that interests them, especially those that are in the high-wage, high-demand STEM careers. Degrees in STEM fields frequently pay significantly more than non-STEM fields. STEM graduates are more in demand, and there is a plethora of advancement opportunities for STEM employees, especially those who are women, students of color, differently abled, or from low socioeconomic families. There is much to consider when a student is making a career choice. Our role is to guide and inform, not to decide and direct. As uncomfortable as it is to talk about, it is important to recognize bias. In some communities, a Latina's role is within the confines of her home. In others, blacks are seen as less capable academically and thus are better suited to labor jobs. In still others, women are seen as not capable of doing higher-level math and science, and so are not cut out for high-wage, high-demand engineering careers. In some communities, men who are interested in careers that are typically held by women are erroneously seen to be dangerous. There are a number of ways in which we communicate our expectations and beliefs about a student's role in society and education. We are all aware of the words we speak as well as the notes, brochures, and official documents we dispense. However, are we aware of the messages hidden within our communications? Micromessages are little messages with a big voice. A micromessage is a small behavior or action that can communicate your belief in a student's ability, or conversely, that you think that they do not belong, all without saying a word. Frequently, the micromessages communicate stereotypes and thus place students at risk of being negatively impacted by stereotype threat. It is a rare thing to meet a person who is openly biased. However, all of us have implicit bias, biases we are truly unaware of that can influence students' choices and successes. For a more complete discussion on micromessages, stereotype threat, and other internal barriers, visit the JSPAC website and view the Internal Barriers e-seminar. Another factor that plays heavily into a student's ultimate career choice is self-efficacy. Self-efficacy is the ability to see oneself as successful in a particular task or role. The environment in which a student is raised leaves an impression. If a student learned through micromessages, or directly that girls can't or boys don't, or that students of color are less capable and they have no role models telling them otherwise, it can erode a student's self-efficacy. So what do we do about all of this? First, we can take implicit association tests to become aware of our own biases. The implicit association test can be found at the website on the screen. Next, we educate ourselves about the barriers students face and our role in purposefully dismantling the barriers. JSPAC has additional e-seminars that can assist in this endeavor. Higher-level middle and high school math and science classes are required to transition smoothly into high-demand, high-income STEM programs at community and four-year colleges. Encourage your students to take these classes. We can also utilize the JSPAC 4-step career selection plan when working with students. The first step is to determine the fiscal needs of the student and their families in their community. The second step in the career selection plan is to assist the students in determining their interests, abilities, strengths, and weaknesses, as well as develop a list of 8 to 10 possible careers that match these strengths and interests. Some websites to help your students explore their interests and abilities are listed on your screen. They can also be found as hyperlinks in the PDF files posted with this presentation on the JSPAC website. The next step in the career selection plan is to educate your students on using a labor market website, such as the California EDD Labor Market Index website or the California Community College's Doing What Matters website to determine the job skills, daily tasks, annual income, and if training is available in their area. These websites may also indicate if there are going to be jobs available when the student finishes training or graduates. If the job does not meet their needs from the first two steps, eliminate this career option from the list of 8 to 10 possibilities. Once the list is whittled down to only a few options that meet their needs financially, interest them, matches their strengths, and has training options locally, they are ready to make an educational and career plan. The last thing you can do is make some school policy changes. Some suggestions include: confirm that all marketing materials, from website to printed materials, send positive micro-messages about who is appropriate for particular careers. Provide professional development opportunities for all career counselors and teachers, CTE and academic, on the benefits of CTE, non-traditional, and STEM careers. Provide non-traditional career information directly from non-traditional employee role models. Ensure that all students and families receive demographically diverse literature outlining the benefits, including financial remuneration, of a non-traditional or STEM career. Make certain that all schools work up and down the K-16 career pathway pipelines with an aim at closing the opportunity gap pipeline for high-wage, high-demand careers, especially those that lead to the ever-expanding and green careers. These are just some of the things we as advisors and counselors can do to ensure that high-wage, high-demand, and fulfilling career pathways are available to all students. The solutions to the barriers frequently cost little other than our time and awareness. What we need is professional development and a commitment to improving our communication and a strong commitment to educating all students about all the possibilities available to them. Visit jspac.org for additional e-seminars on barriers and solutions for special populations and on non-traditional careers and internal barriers. While you're there, sign up to receive the News You Can Use newsletter and find out about hosting or attending professional development opportunities like special populations workshops and conferences. Thank you for working towards creating equity and access for all our students.